Hi everybody, my name is Anna Azam and I'm going to talk to you about a Disney classic called Aladdin. Now raise your hand if you've seen this movie. Good, some of you have. For those of you who haven't, I highly recommend this movie because it's my favorite movie from childhood. So the main characters in this movie are Aladdin and Jasmine. And according to society, they're both polar opposites because of their class. Aladdin is a homeless, poor street rat, and Jasmine is a rich princess who lives inside a palace. Aladdin's best friends are Genie, Abu, and the Magic Carpet. And these guys are secondary characters because they help Aladdin win Jasmine's heart, which is the ultimate goal. Now, Jasmine's father, the Sultan, is also a secondary character, and his main goal in this movie is to get Jasmine married ASAP. And the Sultan's most trusted advisor is Jafar. Now, he's the main antagonist of the film because he's evil. He tries to use his snake staff to control everyone around him. Now, the Sultan gets controlled a lot into doing whatever Jafar wants done. So the main problems in this movie are between Aladdin and Jasmine. Aladdin wants to live this luxurious life inside a palace. He wants servants, he wants valets, he wants everything to be done for him. Jasmine's already living this life and she hates it. She hates people telling her what to do, when to do it, how to dress, that kind of thing. And so basically Jasmine wants to live Aladdin's life, which is free and open, but Aladdin's being controlled by society, which Jasmine has no idea about. And Aladdin wants to live Jasmine's life, but Jasmine's life is being controlled by the palace, which Aladdin has no idea about. So Jasmine needs to get married by her next birthday, which in the film is only in 3 days. Now I have a short clip to show you.
You've got to stop rejecting every suitor who comes to call. The law says you must be married to a prince by your next birthday.
The law is wrong.
You've only got 3 more days.
Father, I hate being forced into this. If I do marry, I want it to be for love.
Jasmine, it's not only this law. I'm not going to be around forever, and I just want to make sure you're taken care of, provided for.
Please try to understand.
See, in the Sultan's eyes, he thinks he's doing Jasmine a favor by getting her married. But in actuality, it's not a favor at all because Jasmine has never been outside of the palace. She doesn't have any friends. She doesn't know what city life was like outside of the palace. And also, real quick, in this movie scene, you saw Jasmine taking the bird out of the cage, which represents her wanting to be free, but then her dad puts the bird back into the cage, meaning she should be contained. So, at the end of the scene, Jasmine escapes on her own with the help of Raja, which is her best friend, and she basically goes to see what the city life is like. She goes into the city and she sees a little boy and he doesn't have any food, so she gives him food, and that's the first scene where she meets Aladdin. Now both these symbols are actually really, really similar, which is not according to society whatsoever. They both give to people who are less fortunate than themselves. And they both can't help but feeling trapped because of the choices they make is influenced on what other people want them to do. So they end up talking about how their lives are similar, and that's when they begin to start falling in love. And right when this happens, Jafar sends his men to go arrest Aladdin and to go lock him up in jail. And Jasmine gets sent home back to the palace, and she asks for Aladdin. She's like, release him immediately. But Jafar had told Jasmine that he had already executed Aladdin. And Jasmine was really distraught by this news. But in actuality, Aladdin had escaped. He came back as Prince Ali because the law stated that a princess could only marry a prince. So he asked the genie to change him into a prince. And Prince Ali came and asked Jasmine up on a date. And they rode a magic carpet ride. When Jasmine had asked Prince Ali, "Have I ever seen you before?" And Prince Ali said, "No, no, no, you've never seen me before." And Jasmine decides to trick him, and she mentions Abu, which is Aladdin's best friend. And Prince Ali starts talking about Abu, and Jasmine says, "Oh, so I have seen you before. I've seen you at the marketplace." And in order to cover up a lie, Aladdin had to come up with a new lie. So he's told Jasmine that he dresses up as a commoner often because he wants to escape palace life. And that's basically what Jasmine does. And he's just trying to get close with her. So towards the end of the movie, Aladdin, the Sultan, and Jasmine all turn against Jafar. And they found out how really evil he truly is. But Jafar ends up stealing the lamp. And by stealing the lamp, he has power because he has the genie. So he asks the genie to make wishes like falling in love with Jasmine. And genies can't do that. Genies can't make anyone fall in love with each other. And he only wanted Jasmine to fall in love so he could be the new sultan. Aladdin tricks Jafar into turning into a genie, which actually does not mean ultimate power at all. In fact, Jafar is enslaved to the lamp, and because of this, he is out of the picture. After the lamp sucks him in, Jafar's gone, and Aladdin goes up to Jasmine and tells her the whole truth, and Jasmine accepts him, and they end up falling in love. Okay, thank you for watching.